Students, the first question, a current carrying power line carries a current from west to east. The direction of magnetic field 1 meter above is. This problem you will do based on the concept of Ampere right hand thumb rule. Actually, this is the direction of current. So according to Ampere right hand thumb rule, so always what you call the finger shows the direction of current, then the curling of fingers gives the direction of lines of force. Above 1 meter he said. The point is above 1 meter means like this. So when you consider above 1 meter, above point, the direction is from north to south. You can see clearly from north to south. So the direction is north to south. It's a simple application of direction. Second question, a current of 1 ampere is flowing in the sides of equilateral triangle of side 4.5 into 10 power minus 2 meters. The magnetic induction at the center of the triangle is. You know, the magnetic induction at the center of the triangle is directly given by the formula V equal to 18 mu naught by 4 pi I by A, where A is the side of the triangle, I is the current. So based on this formula directly you can show that I equal to given 1 ampere. The side is 4.5 into 10 power minus 2. Substitute the value B equal to 18 into 10 power minus 7 into 1 by 4.5 into 10 power minus 2. So then you will get 10 power minus 2 gets cancelled, 4.5 4 times. So the magnetic field will be equal to 4 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. Similarly students, if it is a square, the direct formula will be 8 root 2 into mu naught by 4 pi I by A. For triangle 18 into mu naught by 4 pi I by A. And if it is a what you call hexagon, it will be 4 root 3 into mu naught by 4 pi I by A. So wherever you get these formula, you can directly put the formula. Students, same current I is flowing in 3 infinitely long wire along positive xy and z directions. The magnetic field at a point 0, 0, minus A would be. So I want to calculate the effective value of magnetic field due to these things. For that my plan is, I will use what you call Ampere right hand thumb rule again. You know, as the field along z axis, it is passing, the point we took is along z axis. So as you took the point also along z axis, and field along z axis will be 0, because you know smaller b equal to mu naught by 2 pi by r. So r is not 0 here, therefore you don't find along the field there is no magnetic field along the line. Now we are going to consider about x and y axis. Use Ampere right hand thumb rule. When you use Ampere right hand thumb rule, here the direction of magnetic field will be, when you use the third direction, it will be perpendicular to the plane, and it will be z axis is perpendicular to the plane of board I am using. So it will be in negative x direction and it will be positive y direction. So the direction will be positive y. So along x axis, if I consider along x axis, the field will be, due to this, the field will be along positive y direction. You can check it like this. But if you take along y direction, it will be like this. So based on that, Vy equal to, you will get mu naught by 2 pi I by A into minus I. Vx means along x axis, if you take the field will be positive y direction. So mu naught by 2 pi I by A into minus J. But if you take along y axis, it will be along negative x axis like this. If you hold it like this, so you will get Vz already 0. So V bar Vxj plus minus Vyj. So automatically you will get mu naught by 2 pi I by A into J cap minus I cap. You will get. Students, in fourth problem, two straight long conductors AOB and COD are perpendicular to each other and carry currents I1 and I2. The magnitude of magnetic induction at a point P at a distance A from point O in the direction perpendicular to the plane ABCD is. This is what we are going to consider. Here you can see, when you are considering this a point here perpendicular to the plane. ఈ plane లో మనం ఒక పాయింట్ తీసుకున్నాం. ఈ పాయింట్ నుంచి సో మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఇక్కడ ఏ డిస్టెన్స్లో అడుగుతున్నాం ఈ పాయింట్ మీద. సో దీనివల్ల ఇలా వస్తుంది డైరెక్షన్. సో డ్యూ టు ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ ఏఓబి ద మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ విల్ బి లైక్ దిస్, ఇలా డౌన్వర్డ్ ఉంటుంది. సో డౌన్వర్డ్ అంటే మైనస్ జే క్యాప్ ఉంటుంది, మైనస్ జే క్యాప్. అలాగే దీనివల్ల మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఏ డైరెక్షన్లో ఉంటుందమ్మా? సో సిడి వల్ల మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఇలా వెళ్ళి it will be into the plane. అంటే x-axis direction of positive x direction only. So magnitude తీసుకుంటే root of d1 square mu naught by 2 pi I1 by a into minus j cap d2 mu naught by 2 pi I2 a into I cap. So b root of d1 square plus b2 square వస్తుంది. రిజల్ట్ ఎందుకంటే ఒకటి I cap ఒకటి j cap రెండు కూడా perpendicular. So as they are perpendicular, the resultant field will be mu naught by 2 pi I1 root of I1 square plus I2 square by 2 pi into IA. So this is a simple formula problem. So only if you, it is also example based on what you call direction. Fifth question. Two long straight horizontal parallel wires, one above the other, are separated by distance dA. If the wires carry equal currents in opposite directions, the magnitude of magnetic induction in the plane of the wires at a distance small a above the upper wire is asking. So imagine this is the upper wire, this is the lower wire. So above the upper wire at a distance here. Here the current directions are not same. They are opposite. When the current directions are opposite, what happens? At point P, the magnetic field due to this will be like this. At point P only, the magnetic field due to this current carrying conductor will be into the plane. So the distance due to the second one is 2a plus a 3a. The distance due to the upper wire is, it is equal to only a. So this, the field due to upper wire, I will write a mu naught by 2 pi I by a. The field due to the lower wire at the point P is mu naught by 2 pi I by 3a because distance is changed. As a result, I can write resultant fields, both are opposite directions. So I will write b1 minus b2 because they are different opposite directions. So mu naught by 2 pi I by a, I will take the common. So we will get 1 minus 1 by 3. So when you get 1 minus 1 by 3, so it is 2 by 3, mu naught by 2 pi I by a into 2 by 3. Obviously it is clear, you will get mu naught by 3 pi I by a. So simple problem based on again direction and resultant field. In sixth problem, two parallel conductors A and B are separated by 5 centimeters, carry electric current of 6 amperes and 2 amperes in same direction. The point between A and B where the field is 0, Upper set, he gave 4 points. I will tell you what is it. We are calculating the null point or neutral point where the resultant magnetic field is 0. So the resultant magnetic field between 2 points when the current is moving in same direction is given by x is equal to d by I2 by I1 plus 1, where x means it is distance from smaller current I1. So I2 I1, whatever smaller current you take it. So here I am showing you, this is I2, 6 amperes is carrying at A, and I1 is at 2 amperes, it is at B, carrying current 2 amperes. So let P be the point at which you will get null point or neutral point. So at point P, what you will get? I1 equal to, you will get 2 ampere, I2 equal to 6 amperes, and D equal to 5 centimeters. So obviously what you will get? X is equal to, use the formula directly, 5 by 6 by 2 plus 1, 5 by 3 plus 1, 4, 1.25 centimeters from B. So easily you can do that. In seventh problem, what we observe is, two long straight conductors are held parallel to each other 7 centimeters apart. The conductors carry current 9 ampere and 16 ampere in opposite directions. The distance of neutral point from the conductor carrying 16 ampere current is. This is also a similar question, only thing is the direction of currents are opposite. So when the direction of currents are opposite, the null point will be formed outside the system of the conductors and at a distance given by x is equal to d by I2 by I1. Previously we were saying plus 1 when the currents in same direction. This time you will get I2 by I1 minus 1 when the currents are in opposite directions. So your currents are opposite directions, you can say I1 into the plane and I2 out of the plane. So both are opposite directions, separation D equal to 7 centimeters. This time another point he is asking is what is the distance from the what you call larger current. He is not asking from smaller current. So first we will calculate from a smaller current. So I told you the null point always lies outside the system of the conductors and closer to I1. So that's what I observed. So D equals 7, I1 9 and I2 16. So point P will be outside the system of conductors. So X will be given by 7 by 16 by 9, I2 by I1 minus 1. So 16 minus 9, 7 by 9 you will get. So which means you will get 9 centimeters from 9 ampere. So once you get 9 centimeter from 9 ampere, he is not asking from 9 ampere. He is asking from 16 ampere. So from I2 he is asking. From I2 what will be the distance of the point P? This 9 ampere plus this 7 ampere. So total what will be the distance? Distance of 16 ampere D plus X. This is D, this is X. 7 plus 9, 16 centimeters. So the answer will be 16 centimeters. Now we are dealing with the 8th question. Two long parallel conductors carry current I and 2I in same direction. The magnetic induction at a point exactly midway between them is B. If the current in the first conductor is reversed in direction, the magnetic induction at the same point will be. First try to understand when the current same direction I and 2I, if distance between them is D, midway will be D by 2. So resultant field B will be B2 minus B1. How sir? Use the right hand thumb rule. So here into the plane the current direction is downward. Here again into the plane, if you apply here if you apply into the plane the current direction upward. So in one case the current direction upward, in other case current direction downward. So both are in opposite direction. So not current, field direction is opposite. So when field direction is opposite, B2 minus B1 will be there. Now the net value B equal to, we can write B2 minus mu naught by 2 pi D by 2 into 2I minus I, you will get mu naught by 2 pi. This 2 it will be there and 2I by D. But B dash, this time what happened, the current direction is, here in second case you can see, one is into the plane, other is out of the plane. So when one is into the plane, so magnetic field will be downward, other is out of the plane, here also magnetic field downward. So the magnetic field both the same direction, so they add up. So when they add up mu naught by 2 pi, 2 into 3I by D, you will get 2I plus I, 3I by D. So what you will get? This is nothing but 3 times the original first one, B dash. 3 times. So B dash is equal to 3B, you will get it. This is the 9th question. Two long parallel conductors are placed at right angles to a meter scale at 2 cm and 6 cm marks, as shown in the figure. So I will tell you one thing. They carry currents 1 ampere, 3 ampere respectively. They will produce zero magnetic field, again null point, at the what point of the scale, 5 cm mark, 3 cm mark, etc. So actually this is a meter scale, horizontal one is meter scale, imagine. So this is the 0 of the meter scale, imagine. This is the 0 of the meter scale, and at the 2 cm meter scale one conductor is there, at 6 cm there is another conductor. So what is the distance between these two conductors? 6 minus 2, 4 centimeters will be there. So current carrying conductors, one is carrying 1 ampere, other is carrying 3 ampere, both are in same direction. When both are in same direction, you will get X is equal to D by I2 by I1 plus 1, which is equal to 4 by 6 by 2 plus 1. So you know the formula for null point. So you will get 3 plus 1, 4, 4 by 4, 1 centimeter for 1 magnet. From 1 ampere current 1 centimeter, you will get the null point some area. From 1 ampere it is 1 centimeter. From 1 ampere it is 1 centimeter. Already on meter scale it is 2 centimeter. So on meter scale from 0 it will be 2 centimeter plus 1 centimeter. Total 3 centimeter from there. So in 10th question, a current of 30 amperes is flowing in a vertical straight line. If the horizontal component of earth magnetic field is 2 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla, then find the position of null point, he is asking. So when we get null point, at null point always remember B equal to BH. So field due to earth magnetic field is exactly equal to field due to the current carrying conductor. So when both becomes equal, you will get a null point, resultant field 0. So both equal and opposite, then you will get resultant 0. So I equate them, mu naught by 2 pi I by R equal to BH. So then what you will get, 2 into 10 power minus 7 into 30 by R, because you don't know R value, is equal to BH value he has given 2 into 10 power minus 5. Cancel all of them, you will get 30 into 10 power minus 2, which is 0.3 meters. So in 11th question, students, due to straight vertical current carrying conductor, a null point occurred at P on east of the conductor. So the net magnetic induction at a point Q, which is at same distance on north of the conductor, will be, is the question. So I have considered the conductor is into the plane of the board. You can see this. As the conductor is into the plane of the board, so at a point P at a distance R, the null point occurred, he said. Null point occurred means I can equate B equal to BH. because at null point always B equal to BH. Now he is asking at a point Q. Now to determine at point Q, I use the right hand thumb rule. BH always from south to north, you know. Horizontal component of electromagnetic field is always from south to north. So it will be upward like this. And B will be like this, horizontal. You can check it from the, here at this point it will be downward, and here at this point it will be right side. So B this side and BH this side. So what is the resultant field at Q? Root of B square plus BH square, because they are perpendicular. So the at Q, BR equal to root of B square plus BH square. But already we know at same distance, no? So B equal to BH, we know same distance. So B equal to BH, I will put BH. So you get BH square plus BH square, 2BH square under root, which is root BH. Root 2. Students, in 12th question, a wire in the form of a square of side 2 meters carries a current of 2 amperes. Then the magnetic induction at the center of the square wire is, he said magnetic permeability of each space is mu naught. I told you when I explained the second question that for a triangle the magnetic field at the centroid is 18 mu naught by 4 pi I by A, where A is the side. If it is a square, I told you another point. If it is a square, you will get what you call magnetic field at the center of the square is given by 8 root 2 mu naught by 4 pi I by A. So when I use that formula, so you will get B equal to 8 root 2 mu naught by 4 pi I by A. Here 8 root 2, 4 gets cancelled 2 times. Here given I equal to 2 ampere, A equal to 2 meters. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So you are left with 8 root 2 mu naught by 4 pi, which means you will get A 2 root 2 mu naught by 5. So you get B value equal to 2 root 2 mu naught by 5. Students, in 13th question, ABCD is a square of side capital A. A very long straight conductor carrying a current I passes through the vertex A of the square and is perpendicular to its plane. The minimum magnetic induction at the vertex of the square is asking. So this is the square. I have kept at one end a current carrying conductor is passing. So the conductor is carrying some current I. Now my point is the magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor given by mu naught by 2 pi I by R, where B inversely proportional to R. As B inversely proportional to R, more the distance, lesser the field, lesser the distance, more the field. We want minimum magnetic field. So distance maximum we have to calculate. So these sides are L, 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 and L, but only C is at maximum distance, root 2 L distance, perpendicular distance. So that's why we will consider this perpendicular distance. So then what happens, we have to calculate BAC, which is the minimum, given by mu by naught by 2 pi, I by distance is root 2L. I will multiply with 2 and divide by 2. Then you will get mu naught by 4 pi into 2I by root 2L. 2 gets cancelled by root 2 times. So you will get root 2I by L. So you will get B minimum is equal to mu naught by 4 pi root 2I by L. Students, in 14th question, a closed circuit in the form of a regular hexagon of size small a. If the circuit carries a current I, what is the magnetic induction at the center of the hexagon? This is what he is asking. Students, try to understand. Actually, when you consider a closed circuit in the form, so actually I told you also, if you consider square, it was 8 root 2 mu naught by 4 pi by a. But if it is a hexagon, it will be 4 root 3 mu naught by 4 pi I by a, where a is the side of the hexagon and it is the center. So substitute the value. So for a hexagon, magnetic field at the center is given by 4 root 3 mu naught by 4 pi I by a. So when you cancel the 4 both sides, this 4 gets cancelled, you are left with B at center is root 3 mu naught I by pi a. Students, in 15th question, a cube made of wire of equal length is connected to a battery as shown in the figure. So I am not drawing the figure, and importantly I am showing you this. A magnetic field at the center of the cube is. I want to show what happens there. You have connected to a battery, and from the battery current is passing through a cube, you have seen it. So I have drawn a bigger diagram of the cube, what is happening, what is the distribution of the current in the cube I am checking. So the current I enters the cube. It divides into you can three parts, I by 3, I by 3, I by 3 due to symmetry. Now this current I by 3 again divides into I by 6 and I by 6. Similarly here the I by 3 divides into I by 6 and I by 6 passes through it. And this I by 3 again divides into I by 6 through it and I by 6 through it. Now here this I by 6, this I by 6 combine and pass as I by 3 to this point. And at this point this I by 6 and I by 6 combine and flow as I by 3. And at this point this I by 6, this I by 6 combine and flow as I by 3. So these I by 3, I by 3, I by 3 combine and flow back as I. So I want to calculate the resultant field at the center of the cube. If you consider the center O of the cube, consider diagonally opposite points, these two, I by 3 and I by 3. So at O, due to this current carrying conductor, the magnetic field will be, according to right hand thumb rule, out of the plane. And due to this I by 3, the magnetic field at this point will be, it will be into the plane. This is the out of the plane, that will be into the plane. So what happens? This will be into the plane. So these two are exactly opposite. So resultant field will be 0. Similarly, consider the diagonally opposite points, these 2 points. So at O, due to this current carrying conductor, the current magnetic field will be like this at point O. And due to this current carrying conductor, the magnetic field will be like this. So this is out of the plane, this will be into the plane. So again they are equal and opposite. So all of this is symmetrical, all the fields will become 0, and finally the answer will be net field is B net equal to 0. Net field will be 0. So you have to understand through figure only. So based on that you will.